What's up, guys? Welcome back to Teaksauce Gaming with Poetica, Season 1, Episode 2. Let's settle down here in our newfound homestead, and yeah, let's see what it has to offer. So, first thing, we will need a fire. So, let's start clearing this a little area here. And put our fire pit right here in the middle. We're going to need some logs. So let's go find us a tree to harvest. I guess we can clear out the shrubbery. Nope, there goes our axe. Gotta make us a new axe real quick. Hopefully, before too long, we will have ourselves a copper or possibly even a bronze axe, since we were able to get a bronze ingot. And then we won't have to deal with it breaking so often. You know what? This time I'm actually going to make it out of a bone, just to show you that you can use bones for handles. So yeah. Alright. Might as well take this one too. Okay, well, let's get going. Ooh. What we have here is a berry bush. You want to keep an eye out for those. This particular one was a strawberry bush. That'll be nice for a little garden, wherever that's gonna be. I don't think the berry bushes require like a water source. I don't know if it makes a difference. I think they just grow. So I'm not gonna worry too much about having it near the water source at the moment. Let's just put it in an easy place to remember. About there. Go ahead and get a couple more pieces of wood here. Clear out our area. Sorry, I'm kind of envisioning the layout here, what I want. Nice, we got a sapling of some sort there from a tree. That would be a white beam. So we'll go plant that. How about... Oh. I don't know what just happened there. Screen went black for a minute. Let's plant it right there. Alright. Let's get us a campfire going here. 1, 2, and 3. We don't have a fire starter. It must have broke. This, excuse me, this fire pit shouldn't have to be broken though. We'll keep it intact. Cook up. Oh, it's already cooked. Yeah, we'll just use it as a warmth and light source for now. For immersiveness, I guess. But with that being said, we are going to let's see, we got native gold, poor native gold, copper, zinc. I'm trying to think if there's anything that we can... We need to free up some space here. Changes it. So there's two different types of honeycomb in Poetica. There's this kind, and let's say you break up in a hive and get this honeycomb. If you place it in here, you'll get this one, and vice versa. So yeah. But there is also, real quick, might as well just throw it in there for now. We can use it. You can cook this down, and it becomes one of two types of beeswax, and so that's the difference. So that honeycomb creates this beeswax, and the other honeycomb creates a different type of beeswax. Alright, so we've opened up our inventory just a little bit, which is good. Let's get us a shovel, maybe two. Yeah, we'll just do one for now. Might as well use these bones. And we're going to dig us a couple pit kilns. So probably want at least 3. And I'm digging them this way, so when I light one, it'll light all 3. It's just kind of a little tip. Oops, don't want to create farmland, or those are paths actually. That's what I get for trying to pick things up with a shovel. And then we're laying stuff down too. Alright, get rid of those for now. And those. We are going to get us some clay. So if we come over here, find our little indicators of clay beneath, and just like that, we have clay. And we are going to need a lot of clay, so I might have to go look for some more, depending on how big this clay deposit is, which is pretty big so far. I want to get too overzealous, which we already have. Rennet, we don't need that right now. We'll get some more, I'm sure. To free up some inventory, we can create ourselves a little log pile. You highlight a log and push shift and right click, and it makes this log pile, which can hold up to 16 logs. And yeah, let's nap us a couple things out of clay. So get us a vessel. We're going to want a couple of these. If you do shift V, nope, not shift and V lays it down flat. That's more of a storage thing. So if I just shift and right click, I'll pick it back up. If you just look in your hole and push V, as in Victor, you'll set it in there. And depending on the size of the object, you can set 4 objects in there, and then sometimes you can only fit 1, depending on what it is. So pardon my phone, I will silence that. Oh, it's the Poetica Discord. While I'm mentioning that, yeah, go ahead and look up the Discord for Poetica. You get a lot of help there with questions. You know, I'm sure I drove quite a few people nuts because I've always played this mod pack in just the default settings, which was already amazing as it was, but when I seen what I could do with shader packs as far as like water in the sky and other things. I really wanted that, and so I had, for some reason, a really hard time getting it to work. It should go a lot smoother for you guys than it did for me. I personally think that my computer rebuild that I did, I kind of Frankenstein 3 computers together and cloned hard drives that had previous versions of Poetica, and there was all sorts of saved data everywhere, and I think it just caused a lot of conflicts with getting the game up to speed. And anyways, like I said, go check out that Discord. There's always people helping with questions that you got, but at the same time, that's the whole point of my series, is I'm trying to provide a series for people who want to get into this game and needs a little bit more of a tutorial. One last shout out. There's another individual by the name of DankNstein. I'll leave a link in the description to his channel. He has a current series going on Poetica that's like episode 20 and does live streams and all sorts of stuff. So I've really enjoyed watching his channel, and I hope to contribute to what he's doing, trying to get the word out for this mod pack, because I personally think this is the next big thing in Minecraft. So Verph, another shout out to you. Keep doing what you're doing. This is amazing. And yeah, let's get back to the game. So get us a couple more of these vessels, which we're going to use to store our food and other things. So we'll get 2 of those. You're going to want a jug or 2. That way you can carry water with you. And that's the recipe for that. Once again, you can find all these recipes over here. You just type in jug if you can't remember what I just did there. And we are going to also need a couple molds for some tools that we're going to cast from our ores that we've collected. So it's kind of like napping, but it's in reverse. So instead of a axe head looking like this when you start, which you can do this with clay as long as you don't finish the recipe, you can back out and it won't waste your clay. But if you did that with a stone, it would waste it. Anyways, so like I said, that's the way you normally would nap something. When you're doing your clay mold, you want to basically do the opposite, like such, and that gives you an axe head mold. Now all these things need to be fired, which is the whole point that I'm laying them in holes. So we'll get to that. Let's see, and then a pickaxe. And what else can we use? Shovel would be nice. Might as well just you know, get them all ready. And a chisel. I always forget the chisel. You will want a chisel to get going in the game. And then our last pit over here is going to be a large vessel, which we probably, you know what, we're not going to fire the, well, might as well. It's raining again, which sucks because you're not going to be able to fire these while it's raining. But yeah, the large vessel, as you can see, takes up 1 hole, and so you're not going to be able to stack multiple items in there as the other ones. I almost forgot the other key tool. This one's a little harder to create. Is, let's see if I can remember it off the top of my head. Yeah, there we go. the saw. You will definitely want a saw. So I would probably, for what we made, I would take the axe, the pickaxe, the chisel, and the saw as my first set of molds that I create. So we might as well finish off with a couple more items. Well, I can't stack it yet because I'm in the interface. What else could we do? Let's do a knife. Except for I messed that up. So there's a knife. Oops, one back too far. And just trying to think what we can use. Might as well just take a look. So if we hit mold, there's all these different molds. You got scythes, pickaxes, pro picks, which maybe we'll do the pro pick, nail mold. You know what? I'm actually going to do a nail mold because I don't like dealing with these sticks. So to create tongs, wooden tongs, you'll need that. So yeah, we will make a nail mold, and the reason for that is, sorry, I'm getting really bad at talking. I'm like thinking about all sorts of things right now. I apologize. It's raining and I'm thinking about all sorts of stuff. Alright, get back on track here. So nails. Nails are for picking up hot objects, which you're going to see that we're going to have to do this. You create two sticks like this, and you put them in your offhand, and you'll be able to pick up hot objects. The problem is those two sticks will disintegrate rather quickly, and to reduce that, we're going to want those nails to make wooden tongs, which will last a little bit longer. So that takes care of that. We're going to need a lot of thatch, which is as easy as mowing the lawn. So let's just mow the lawn. Use a knife to go around and break all these leaves, which especially around your pit kiln you'll want to do that, because once you fire them up, these pieces of grass will light on fire, and the fire will spread, and depending on what you have built, will potentially cause a fire and burn down your buildings. So make sure you clear the area out around your pit kilns before you fire them up. Alright. Man, the biodiversity around here is just awesome. We got turkeys, pigs, and sheep. The sheep are going to be key for wool. Alright, so we're going to right click and lay 8 pieces. If you just click until it stops, that works too. 8 pieces of thatch in these holes, like such. And then we're going to need a lot of wood, so we'll go find us a big tree. The tree will grow back as long as you don't cut it down. Hence the reason why I told you don't cut down the whole tree. Alright, so these huge trees are nice. The only problem is it'll probably destroy my axe just to chop down this one tree. But we'll get a lot of wood. Yep, I wasn't even able to do that, but it'll drop a partial. we go. Timber. Whole tree comes down. Isn't that nice? Alright. Oh, there's some more. What's all this stuff breaking around me? Oh, okay, so these are also another key item that we're looking for. We're going to want this sugar. This is giant sugar cane. That's nice to have. Still raining. What's the rainfall here? Can't really see it through the... There we go. Okay, bottom right of the screen. It says 321 for rainfall. That is going to affect quite a few things for us. One, you're not going to find clay. Maybe it's changed, I don't know, but back in the day you wouldn't find clay unless it was like the rainfall was over 200 in your area. So keep an eye on that, and then it's also going to dictate what crops can grow. The temperature and the rainfall will dictate that. When we find some crops, we'll go into that in a little more detail. So keep that in mind when settling down. You don't want to be too hot. Like 320 is kind of pushing the upper limits of most crops. I'd say 200 to 300 is going to be like the sweet spot when it comes to most of your crops. Alright, so now to finish off these pit kilns, the same thing, just right click with your logs, fill up the holes. It's going to take another 8 pieces. And then we'll just leave those for when the rain stops and move on to our next project, which is going to be a little difficult to do without some more tools. So what can we do? Alright. So I have an idea. We're going to basically use this natural hole with a hot spring as our basement. I want to build a cabin right here. I think it'd look nice. We could maybe implement this boulder into our chimney for a fireplace. And then, like I said, this will be a basement, which we could have a jacuzzi, which will help provide warmth during the winter, since in this particular area it says the minimum is negative 15 degrees Celsius, which is pretty cold. So that can help come winter time. Plus it's like, you know, we have a hot tub in our basement, so that's cool. So yeah, let's see. Just thinking some layout here. Alright. Maybe... Alright, this is what we're gonna do. Oh. Get us some light. That's the first thing. Even though the sun's coming up. Alright guys, I just did a jump cut there because I was having some issues with my planning design going on, but there it is. That's going to be the basic design. So next step is we're going to want to dig in our root cellar. And the cellar is going to be the next step in dramatically increasing your food preservations. Stand by. We're gonna have to wait on that. And the rain stopped a while ago. I should have been on top of this. So let's go ahead and light up our pit kilns. You can either use your fire starter or the quick and easy way. Throw a torch on it. Oh, not quite. Throw a torch on it. There we go. What is going on? That's a first. Oh, well then. Normally you'll get little animations popping off like it's trying to start on fire. That did not happen. That was a little strange. Yeah, like I said, clear out around your pit kilns, or else you'll start a forest fire. But there you go. Those will burn, and those are like 8 in-game hours, I believe. Let's see. Bronze ingot. So each ingot has 100 units of whatever ore it's made out of. And bronze is an alloy. Let's cover that real quick, because I think we're gonna skip the copper age kind of and go straight to the bronze age. Maybe a mix of the two, just because we have the resources. So we're gonna want to make a bronze alloy. So we'll type in bronze, and you'll come down here, and there's 3 different types of bronze. You got bismuth, black, and just standard bronze, and there's different recipes for each one of those. This one is you got zinc, copper, and bismuth, and you need to get these percentages, which we'll go into more detail in a second about that. For black, you'll need copper, silver, and gold. Okay. And for bronze, you only need 2, which is tin and copper. So we have copper, 10 units, and I know we had tin. Where'd it go? Oh, the casset's right. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to need. Oh, it got a little warm. That's what those orange triangles were, but now it's back down to normal temperature. Get a couple more pieces of copper here if we can. I think that's it for around here. Might have to go look for some more. Sometimes there can be a lot of surface ores, and other times just a few. But we'll make do with what we have. Hopefully these will be done soon. So yeah, right now it's just a waiting game. Gotta wait for these to finish cooking. Sounds like they just turned off. Nope. Just got far enough away. Oh, another quick tip. Food. If you have yourself a river or water source with these lovely guys in it, see all these fish? One easy way to get fish is create a little fish trap, which let's just use this one. Something as simple as that, where the fish swims along, they'll come up in here, and then they'll get sucked into here, and then they'll just chill here. Create a couple of those maybe, and see what we catch. So let's just do another one right there. Yep. Alright. Pit kiln's ready. So we're just gonna pick up our vessel here, which is hot, and it says it's too hot, and as you can see this stick is slowly disintegrating, but that's why we're holding those sticks. Gonna throw it in the water, cool it down. And the rest of that stuff's gonna be cooled down just naturally. What we're wanting to do is create our first crucible. It's not quite an actual crucible, but same concept. So we got our copper. Where's the rest of our copper? So right now we have this in here. We have 70 units plus 45 units of two different types of copper. If you highlight this, it'll just tell you down at the bottom you have 115 units of copper. Okay, and it says it's 100%, meaning it's 100% copper. Find our cassiterite or tin. Let's throw a piece of that in since this is it's pretty big. It's got 25 units. Now we highlight this again, and now we have 82 to 17.9 for our ratio. If we come over here and hit molten bronze, we're a little out of spec to get our bronze, so we're going to need a little more copper. So let's go find us another chunk of copper. Silver. That vein was kind of pointed in this direction as far as those two stones, so let's go check it out. Oh, this is earthenware clay, so that'll give us a different color of vessels. And color coordinate things. Oh, look at that. Copper. Look at that. We are just in luck. There's lots of it, more actually. I don't want to get my inventory too overloaded right now, so now that we know it's here, throw those up there. 10, 89, 230 units all together, which will make us 2 tools, because each tool requires 100. I think that's good enough, because what we'll do, got turned around, which way's home? Came around the tree, didn't we? Yeah, I think this is, yep. Alright, so we're going to set that over there for now. This is hopefully cooled down enough that we can set some things in it. This is our large vessel. It's going to be our first form of storage. Might as well get rid of some of this stuff that we don't need off the top. I guess I can't store ingots in there. That'll free up a little bit of inventory space. So, what we gotta do here is throw some food in there. I'm gonna show you something real quick. When it's out of the vessel, this is gonna decay in 6 days. In the vessel, it doubles it. So that's our next layer of preservation of food. The next layer on top of that, which we're going to be working on soon, is our root cellar, which will pretty much double it again. And then depending on how cold it gets, that will compound that preservation even more. Oh man, I'm having issues with my inventory. Fill up fill up the water jugs now. Now we can have water on the go. Oh yeah. If you look up, look down as you blow in it. Gotta be careful doing that though, because it can break your jug and then you'll have to make a new one. Which is, there's a chance of it breaking when you drink it, and it empties the jug as well. Alright, let's throw this guy back down in here. And go ahead and get that up and going. I guess I didn't end up using the straw like I thought I was going to, because I didn't have a way to make boards. Yeah, we're not getting the animation that we used to get. Let's see if it fires up. Yep, there we go. Okay, so what that's going to do, it's going to melt those ores down inside and turn it into a liquid version. And since it's an alloy, it'll combine those different things and create bronze rather than copper. Like, we're going to want to pick it up before it solidifies and use it to cast our tools. So we want to prepare for that. And we're going to take let's see, where is, I want that one. Let's go with an axe. Yeah, we'll go with an axe and a saw for our first tools. I think that would be logical and more immersive. Make sure I wasn't cooking our food. Just leave them in the hole of storm for a minute. Alright guys, we are about to advance directly into the Bronze Age and skip the Copper Age. So with that being said, I know it was kind of a slow episode. That's just the way it is. It's a slow start. You have to get your tools and things set aside and prepare for the next step of life. With that being said, stick around for episode 3, I believe. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day today. So stick around for episode 3, and we'll be advancing into the Bronze Age, and for sure meeting our goal of building our house, getting at least the root cellar in, and then working on the house, and we'll go from there. Maybe do a little bit of exploring around the house, looking for wild crops and more things. This right here is going to be useful for the Iron Age. This is bog iron. So yeah, I think we found a perfect location. I don't think you could find a better location. As far as biomes go, this is a pretty, gentle, nice biome area compared to what you can get in Poetica. And maybe season 2 we can travel and go start a new world, or there's no really need to start a new world. We can just travel in this world to a whole new biome, an area of the world, get a whole different type of gameplay. So for now, we'll just stick around here, and yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell so that episode 3 comes out, you'll get notified. And yeah, thanks for watching Teaksauce Gaming. See ya.